Today's case is about a breach of wedding service contract between Syairah and Akil against Forever After Event Sedan Berhad, a wedding planner company.
Hi, Syairah and Akil. Congratulations on your upcoming wedding. You two look so good together. We exist to delight on your upcoming wedding. We are looking forward to our wedding.
Yes, we would like everything to be sufficiently managed and to become our unforgettable.
We are pleased to offer you our premium wedding package for RM 50,000. This package will include for venue booking, photography, decoration, and wedding attire for your wedding. Oh my god, this is perfect. I can't wait for the day to come.
Will your company handle all the arrangements?
Yes, absolutely. Our team will manage every details to ensure smooth and memorable event.
That sounds great. We would like to proceed.
Okay, excellent. Here is the written agreement, including all the terms and conditions. Once both parties sign, it will become a binding contract. I understand and accept the terms.
I guess so.
Thank you. To offer your booking, a deposit of up to 10,000 is required.
I already asked payment.
Then your booking is confirmed.
The company clearly stated the price and service offered. This represents the element of offer in contract law. After discussing the package, Syairah and Akil agreed to proceed and sign the written agreement. Their agreement and signature show acceptance of the offer. The couple also paid a deposit of 10,000 ringgit as part of the agreement. This payment represents consideration where both parties exchange something of value. Since the agreement was made formally and signed by both parties, there was an intention to create legal relations. Therefore, a valid contract existed between both parties.
Jangan tu. Yang tengah main volleyball lah.
Alah.
Ejen duduk. Hello, Miss Nazrin.
Hi, Syairah and Akil. I'm so sorry to say this, but I regret to inform you guys that due to internal issues within our company, we are unable to provide the wedding as agreed.
Wait, I'm sorry, but what do you mean?
Cancel. Our wedding is only 3 days away.
I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused.
Wait. Hello, Miss Nazrin. Miss Nazrin.
This is so distressing. We really rely on her company to manage our wedding.
Don't worry, I'll contact my friend. He's a lawyer. Let's go take action on the company.
This situation amounts to a breach of contract because the company failed to perform its obligations under the agreement.
Based on the law, a valid contract clearly exists. There was an offer, acceptance, consideration, and intention to create a legal relation.
Could you explain how this related to our case?
First, there was an offer when Nazrin offered you a full wedding package for 50,000 ringgit, which includes venue, photography, and the others.
Yes, that was a package we agreed to.
Second, there was acceptance when both of you clearly agreed to the terms and signed the written agreement without making any change.
That makes sense.
Then, there was a consideration which referred to something value exchange between the parties. In your case, you paid 10,000 ringgit as deposit and in return forever after Sedan Berhad promised to provide the wedding service.
Our payment was a consideration, right?
Exactly. Finally, there was an intention to create legal relations when both of parties signed the agreement and intended to be legally bound by its terms.
So, all legal requirements for a contract is satisfied, right?
Yes. Therefore, when the company cancelled the service 3 days before the wedding, it amounted to breach of contracts.
So what remedies are available to us?
Both of you are entitled to claim a full refund of your deposits for any additional damage when you arrange an alternative wedding service.
Court is now in session for the case of Shaira and Akil versus Forever after events sedang berhad. Counsel for the plaintiff, you may start now.
Thank you, Your Honor. My client have signed into a valid written contract with the defendant service at 50,000 ringgit and they already paid for deposit amounting to 10,000 ringgit. However, the defendant cancelled the service 3 days before the agreed date without lawful justification, and this clearly a breach of contracts.
Counsel for the defendant, you may proceed. Your Honor, the defendant acknowledged the contract, but the cancellation is because of the unforeseen internal problem within the company. Plaintiff, do you have anything to speak directly?
Yes, Your Honor. We trust Forever after events with our most important day. We signed the agreements, we paid the deposit and prepared everything. The cancellation left us devastated and screaming for alternative.
Your Honor, we were forced to spend extra money to secure our last minute arrangement. This was not just a financial loss, but it was a emotional distress too.
Defendant, how do you respond?
Your Honor, we acknowledge the contract. However, unforeseen internal problem has made it impossible for us to deliver our service. We have informed the plaintiff as soon as the issue became apparent.
But 3 days before the wedding is not acceptable. We had no time to properly adjust.
Internal problems within a company are not our responsibility. We fulfill our part of the bargain.
We heard the complaints. We asked the court to consider that the cancellation was due to circumstances beyond our control.
Your Honor, internal company problem cannot be the excuse to not perform the services, Your Honor.
But Your Honor, defendant informed the plaintiff as soon as possible when the issue is apparent. So we respectfully ask the court to consider the defendant unforeseen problem.
Your Honor, the plaintiff seek for full refund of 10,000 ringgit deposit, compensation for additional expense incurred in finding an alternative wedding service, and damage for financial losses causing from the breach.
Your Honor, if damages are given, we submit that it should be limited to actual proven losses. Having considered all the evidence and submission before the court finds that a valid contract existed between the parties. The defendant breached the contract by cancelling the agreed wedding service without lawful justification. Therefore, the plaintiff are entitled to a full refund of 10,000 ringgit deposit, compensation for additional expense incurred, and damage for financial losses directly resulting from the breach. The court hereby orders the defendant to compensate the plaintiff accordingly. We respect the court decision, Your Honor. The court is adjourned. Everyone can leave. Thank you.
Conclusion, the court would likely find that a valid contract existed between the couple and Forever after events sedang berhad. The company's cancellation of the wedding service constitutes a breach of contract. Therefore, the company may be required to 1. Refund the 10,000 ringgit deposit paid by the couple, and 2. Pay compensation for the losses suffered by Shairah and Akil. This case shows the importance of fulfilling contractual obligations and the legal consequences when one party fails to honour an agreement.